When it comes to confidence and the question of how to become confident, or why are some people confident and some people not confident, in my view, and this is based on the things that I've actually done. So what I'm telling you now and everything that I've told you in the past, and hopefully will tell you in the future, is based on my own transformation over a period of like 10 years, going through all the different things which I've spoken about. So from my experience and in my view, confidence, okay, is based on two things. It's based on a combination of two different things. Confidence is based on self-image, okay, and also it's based on experiences. Even just like a starting point that you can kind of pursue. Um, and by pursuing, sort of, you can hopefully find yourself in a place that you're kind of more happy, more confident. And again, I say starting point because I don't claim to be, I don't claim to have like magical solutions, and you should be kind of um, wary of people who do claim to have like magical type of solutions and who don't say that things will take time and things will be sort of difficult if something's very difficult right now, to fix it, it's going to take effort. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so here's the first thing. When it comes to confidence, it's a combination of two things, basically. It's a combination of self-image, okay, positive self-image, and it's a combination of experiences. Now, very quickly, what is self-image? So, excuse me, self-image or self-perspective, that would be another way to say it, is essentially the things that you believe about yourself. So, self-image, okay, or self-perspective would be when you think of the question, what am I? Or when you are going to write, I am, yeah. When you write, I am, what comes after you write, I am? And I'm talking about when you're writing it like sincerely, when you're writing it actually honestly, truthfully. When you see yourself in the mirror, when you think, I am, what do you say? Do you say, I am intelligent, I am strong, I am brave, I am smart, I am liked, I am loved? Or do you say other things? Do you say, I'm stupid, I'm weak, I'm a coward, I'm not able to do things, I'm poor? What is it that you honestly say to yourself? What is it that you honestly believe about yourself? That is essentially, in my opinion, the most important starting point, okay, for this in terms of confidence and for many other things in your life. I believe that when you, I believe that there is like a reality that's out there, okay? But I believe you don't actually see that reality. What you see is your perspective, all right? So there's reality, but you see your perspective and the reality that shines through your perspective. That's what you see. You don't actually see a reality sort of as it is. You see reality as you are. As someone once said, that was a quote from someone, and I think they're correct. So the starting point, okay, my advice to you would be literally take out a piece of paper or open a document, write the word I am, and then just very honestly write a description of yourself based on what you actually think about yourself. Don't lie, be completely honest. Yeah, you don't need to share this with anybody, so be completely honest. Say, I am, and then write down all the things that you think about yourself. Now, if you're not a person who's confident, what you'll notice, okay, is you're going to be writing things which are negative. You're going to say things about yourself which are not good. You're going to say sort of criticisms of yourself. Now, this is okay in terms of uh, now you know exactly what you need to fix. Okay, you need to fix these beliefs. Now, how do you fix these beliefs? Okay, there's two things you're going to do, and this is going to take us to the experiences in just a minute. So, what you need to do, okay, and this is what I did, is you need to analyze where exactly do these beliefs originate? Where do they come from? So, for example, if you think that you're stupid, yeah, if you think that you're not very smart, if you write, I am not smart, or I am dumb, yeah, or I always make mistakes, you want to analyze where is it that you got that belief from. And most likely it's going to be something in your childhood, or it's going to be something that someone has said to you, or multiple people have said to you. So what you want to do is you want to analyze that. You want to see where exactly did you get that belief from? And then what you want to do, okay, is you want to say, is it true or is it not true? And you want to think about exactly, uh, is it true? If so, why? and you want to lay that out, yeah? And is it not true? If so, why? Now, if it's not true, then let it go, yeah. Slowly replace that belief with the opposite one, which is actually true. So ask yourself, okay, what is true? Yeah, if it's that you're actually smart, then you no longer say to yourself that you're stupid yet. Now you only say that you're smart and you work on that, yeah? Over time, you work on that. If it is true, however, if you're not that smart, then once you've said why, okay, maybe you didn't read much as a kid, maybe you missed school, etc., etc. Now what you do, okay, is you write, what am I going to do about it? Okay, and now you come up with a plan of how you're gonna fix that. How you're gonna fix that. Okay, and you want to make those steps that you come up with as simple and easy as possible. Okay, you want to do the easiest thing that you can do to try and start to work on that specific belief. One thing is you need to start, you need to change the way you frame the belief. So instead of saying, I'm not smart, you now say, there's a lot for me to learn, and I've started working on that. Okay, that's what you do. And you do that with all the beliefs, yeah? Try and think about them, be completely honest with yourself. If you can't be honest with yourself, you will find it very difficult to be honest with anyone else, and that will lead to very bad effects. Okay, now that's the first thing. That's all sort of like internal work and sort of all work based on your thoughts and your beliefs, what you think about yourself, yeah? Now what you want to do, okay, is you want to combine this internal work with real world work, yeah, with external work. Because the second half, yeah, the second half of confidence is experiences, okay? And specifically experiences that are difficult or experiences that are frightening. Confidence grows in those situations where there's something that's difficult for you to do, but you say, I'm gonna do it, or I'm gonna try my hardest to do it. And no matter how successful you are, just the fact that you try, you know that you tried your hardest, you actually do try your hardest, that itself will give you the confidence of, there was something difficult I came across before. I didn't get it all the way fully right, but look, I did get a lot of it right, and I got more of it right than I actually thought I would have. Yeah, I tried. I'm not a quitter. I actually tried. Excuse me. What that does is it grows your competency. It grows your ability to do things and to try things. Yeah, it makes you bigger, basically. And the second part is in terms of things that you're afraid of, okay? When you are afraid of something, what you want to do, all right, is you don't want to run away from it. You want to slowly approach it, okay? You want to slowly engage in it and approach it until you're not afraid of it anymore. So what I would very much recommend to you, okay, and this is what I've done. Again, everything I'm telling you is what I've done myself. You want to lay out a list of the things that you're afraid of or the things that are very difficult for you. Now pick the top 5, yeah, the top most scary or most frightening things. Excuse me. And now think about how is it that you can break these down into very like much smaller versions of them. I'll give you an example. Say that you have a fear of public speaking. Yeah, that's very common. You got a fear of giving presentations, that kind of thing. Now what you can do is that's a very big fear, yeah. You can split that down until you get to something very simple. Asking a stranger for the time, like that. Or even something even more simple. Messaging your favorite celebrity on Instagram or something like that and just saying, hi, I like your work. Basically, whatever the easiest version of your big fear is, do that, yeah? Think about what that is and then do it, yeah? Obviously, if it's something that's like good, yeah, don't do something scary that's not good, that's gonna get you hurt, like jumping off a bridge or something, yeah, don't do that, yeah? Yeah, I grew up in a place that's a bit rough, yeah. I grew up in kind of a dangerous place, yeah. People get stabbed and everything, and a lot of different things happen, yeah, where I grew up. So growing up as a kid, I used to be afraid, okay, of like physical confrontation, yeah. That's one thing that used to scare me. So what I did, and that used to have different effects. Yeah, I used to be scared of like going outside and stuff. Yeah. So, what I did, okay, was I recognized that that was there, and then I recognized, okay, to deal with this, I need to try and learn some self-defense. Yeah. Before I started to learn different martial arts and different sort of elements of self-defense. So that's one thing to think about. What can you do about this fear? What can you do about this thing that you find difficult? What are the solutions that you can take or put into place? And again, make it as easy on yourself as possible. So I started just by reading some like simple guides and books and things. What I did was I started to take very small actions and very small steps, which took me closer to the thing that I was afraid of. So in the past, maybe if I was walking down the street and I saw someone that was walking towards me, I might cross the road to avoid them. So I started doing things like staying on the same side of the road and stuff like that. Yeah, just taking little, tiny little steps. And what that resulted in was basically me kind of conquering this fear, which now to the point where just the other day, I was in the cinema a few days ago. I was in the cinema and there was a group of five young guys and they were making a lot of noise. Now, a sort of mini kind of confrontation happened where another guy came along and he was like threatening them, and then there was going to be like this big fight, yeah, in the cinema. A lot of people could have got hurt. People could have got seriously hurt. So, without thinking, I stood up out my seat, yeah, and I jumped over my seat to where they were standing, and there was five of them, bear in mind, to where they were standing, and I basically calmed them down, yeah. I was like, chill out, and a bunch of other things, yeah. Now, a couple years ago, 5 years ago, I would not have been able to do that yet. If I'd heard the noises, people swearing and shouting, come outside, this and that, I would have frozen yet. As many people do freeze, which is understandable because they've not trained or anything. But the other day, I was able to jump over the seat and handle the situation calmly, yeah. And thankfully, everything went okay. And then I jumped back over the seat and I like sat down and finished the movie. So the point is that whatever it is you are afraid of or whatever it is that you find difficult, you can conquer it, yeah. And it's not just something quick. Like these things are things that are like a journey, yeah. You want to take your time and there's no rush to sort of get to the end. It's just basically about being on the road, yeah. That's the key. If you're on the road, you're doing good, yeah. If you're not on the road, if you're just running away or hiding or avoiding, that's not good, yeah. That's not good. Okay, so a combination of fixing your thinking about what is it you believe about yourself, yeah? Where did I get this from? Why do I think this? And thinking about, is it true? Okay. And thinking about, is it true in terms of like objectively, is it true? Not just do you feel it's true, not that, but like, is it true and why? Is it not true and why? And then what can I do about it? Yeah. What are the solutions, the steps that I can take? That what's the easiest, most simple thing that I can do right now that will make this thing that I believe about myself less true yet, that will make it more positive. Now, if you do this combined with doing or starting to do things that you find frightening or that you find difficult, eventually you will become more and more, your spirit will basically grow and your self-image will grow and you'll become sort of a person that is brave, and also you'll become a person that's able to do things that you couldn't imagine you'd be able to do in the past. Now, I know this works because I did it for myself, like I said, and also I know it works because there was this homeless lady. She used to like sit on the street, sort of in my area, basically. And one day I got to talking to her. I got to know her a little bit. Just asking her what about how did she get here and all that kind of stuff. Then I gave her sort of very similar advice. Okay, what is it that you can do right now that will make things slightly better than they are? Okay, she's already at ground zero, so her life is not in a good place. Okay, but what can you do right now today to just one thing? What one thing can you do to try and get one step closer to where you want to be? Now you can apply this to the confidence thing. What one thing can you do to make your self-image, what you believe about yourself, how can you make that better? Yeah. Now this lady, I remember I said this to her and I didn't see her for like 2 days. And then when I saw her again, she told me, she was so excited. Yeah, she said to me, today I had a phone call with my caseworker, yeah, social work, whatever, and I've got an interview coming up for possibly getting a house yet. So, which is amazing. Yeah. Now, all she did was basically she didn't make excuses. She didn't become like a victim. Yeah, she said, okay, fine, let me try and do something. And now I haven't seen her in a long time, so I'm not saying that she's actually not homeless anymore. I hope she isn't, but I've not seen her in about 3 months yet, 4 months, something like that. In any case, just remember that, and it's like a journey. So there's no rush. There's no, I don't, you shouldn't expect to heal this stuff, overnight. But you can change a lot, yeah, and you can change quicker than you think, and it's not as hard as you think as well. Okay, self-image experiences, that's how you get confidence.